Tungkol saan po ang story ng Villa Quintana?
Villa Quintana is it's a love story na nagmamahalan dalawang bata na ino-oppose ng magulang dahil way back sa history nila ang nanay ni Isaganin, ang nanay ni Elmo na si Sunshine Lizon at ang tatay ni Janine Gutierrez na si Paulo Contis ay naging magkasintahan ng araw na in-oppose nung mayaman na father ni Roberto, ni Paulo Contis, na hindi sila nagkatuluyan, although they swear to high heavens na magmamahalan sila. Although si Roberto swore to high heavens na bababa ang langit sa lupa para lang mapatunayan ang pagmamahal niya kay Lumeng, si Sunshine, na nadala rin siya nung naghirap na siya, nung naranasan niya na maghirap, hindi niya natiis yun. At nag-agree siya sa tatay niya na hiwalayan si Lumeng. At nagpakasal siya sa isang babae na kung saan boto yung tatay niya. And so, the story unfolds there kung paano na-betray si Lumeng at kung paano yung bitterness na nararamdaman niya against Roberto. It went on and on through the years. Although, merong isang lalaki si Felix na mahal si Lumeng na nag-offer ng kasal in spite of the fact na meron siyang anak. And minahal ni Felix si Lumeng, pati na yung anak nila ni Cesagari na parang yung tunay na anak. And then, habang pag lumaki na yung mga bata, nagtagpo-ulit yung mga mundo nila. Diba sa mga families na ganyan, you dread the day na magtatagpo, more so, magkakaroon pa ng relasyon yung mga anak. So, doon nagkaroon ng magkakaroon pa ng mas malaking conflict dahil parang history is repeating itself. Ganon. So, of course, yung dalawang bata masasokon sa or maano rin sila, magpe-pressure din sila para sa sarili nila dahil sa mga kagustuhan ng magulang nila. So, in the end, it's like I don't know if RJ would change the end, pero the original of this is they both died outside the church. It's like a Romeo and Juliet thing. But I do not know if RJ is doing the same thing. As he said nga kanina, di ba? Marami nang nabago, depende sa mga naaalala. Yun. So, hindi ko alam kung ganun pa rin depende.
And ma'am, recently po you directed Anna Karenina and it received such a wonderful reception from the audience. How do you make your mga remakes po somehow look different or more modern? Mas angkop po para sa times ngayon?
Of course, it's always a collaboration. Kasi we live naman in the present times, di ba? So, minsan kapag meron, parang hindi na ginagawa ngayon yan, di ba? Mas ganito. Although, hindi naman ako nagpapalit ng ganun sa script. Kung ano yung nakalagay, ginagawa ko pa rin. Unless talaga na parang I find it odd na lang na parang hindi na uso, hindi na pwede. Yung ganun. I don't change much. There's always one thing that I tell the actors, you know. Kasi, of course, di ba, yung minsan yung ginagawa natin, minsan unbelievable because it's a soap. It's a soap. And sabi nga, di ba, anything can happen in a series, in a soap opera, in a drama series, anything can happen. May isang taong namatay na, pwede mo pang buhayin. Marami kang magagawang dahilan kung paano siya mabubuhay. Not only here in the Philippines, but also in the United States. Remember Dallas? Si, Ewing? Namatay na siya. and then bumaba ang ratings nila, and he was resurrected. It was all a dream, hindi ba? So you work on the ratings, di ba? So ang sa akin, ang lagi, sometimes it's unbelievable, unbelievable na, but we should do it. So what I do, what I always remind my actors is that you just have to believe. You have to believe. Maaaring kayo, hindi kayo naniniwala sa sarili ninyo, sa pagsarili. But you have to believe that it's happening to you. Once you believe, everything will be believable. The audience will believe what they are seeing.
Speaking of believing po, ma'am, how do you help your actors and actresses get into the shoes of the characters to make themselves believe na they are one, or to make them relatable to each other, the character and the actor?
Okay. It depends Depende yan, okay? Like in Ana Karenina, of course, I have competent actors, yung mga matatanda, di ba? Sandy, Juan Rodrigo, ganyan. Yung mga ganon, di mo na tinuturuan yun. Diba? You just tell them, ang pinanggalingan nitong eksenang to is from here, ang patutunguhan nito, yung ganyan. And in case you don't know, the result of this would be like this, yung ganyan. Ganun lang ako sa kanila. And then, sometimes I tell them, lagdag ng 10%, bawas ng 10%, ganun lang. But when it comes to the new ones, to the actors and actresses that are being honed, yun, medyo detalyado ako, up to the extent, I'm a Lino Broca baby. So, the way Lino directed me, the way Lino explained to me things is my guide in my job as a director. Well, with the new ones, I show them, I act it in front of them. This is what I want to do. This is what I want you to do. It's like ganyan. So, pati yung tono ng pagsasalita nila, tinuturo ko, depending on the scene that's going to be shot. Kung magaang naman na scene, not all scenes are heavy naman eh. I just do it on scenes na alam ko kailangan nila at importante at kailangan makita that they would shine. Pinipili ko naman yun.
Being the very person to instruct these new actors and actresses and to motivate them, ma'am, ano po ang nakita niyong pinaka-strength po ng dalawa nating lead, si Elmo and si Janine?
Of course, it's a new combination. Okay, pangalawa, bago sila sa mata. Janine, kukonti pa lang yung nakakakita sa kanya, nakakapanood sa kanya kasi mas siya sa hosting. Si Elmo, he's done quite a few. So the challenge for Elmo is to show that, he's got it. The challenge for Elmo is to show that, meron siyang future, meron siyang naitatago. Yung gano'n. So, it's a tough assignment when it comes to that. But what's nice about the two is that they're both too willing to do anything. They're both too willing. They're both too excited to start with the project. They're looking forward to working again.
Ayun po, ma'am. From a director's point of view po, tingin niyo po ba itong bagong love team po ni Janine and ni Elmo will go a long way sa showbiz?
I hope so. It all depends on their fans. It all depends on the viewing public. But I do believe that if they see them do good in the series, if both of them would be able to transport the audience into their world, into the world of Villa Quintana, into the make-believe world at paniwalaan nila na talagang sila, si Lynette at si Isagani. I think they would be very successful.
Ano pong tatak Direk Gina ang aabangan ng mga manonood dito sa Villa Quintana?
I don't know. I don't know kung anong tatak ko. No, if, sana lumabas silang mahusay lahat. Yun lang naman ang tatak ko. That, maganda, yun na, and sound acting. Lahat sila nagtutulungan. Maganda panoorin. Yun lang naman ako. Basta maganda panoorin, hindi asiwa panoorin. Madadala ng artista ang mga tao.
On a lighter note po, ma'am, everybody can see your passion for directing these days. Nakikita po sa mga gawa ninyo. Are there any plans na bumalik po sa pag-arte anytime soon?
Oh, well, just the other night I was thinking that, the last project na lumabas ako was a magpakailanman episode na i-replace sa Sabado. That was the last acting job I had. Konti pa siguro, papapayat muna siguro ako. Kasi medyo mataba ako ngayon, so it doesn't look good on screen. So, papapayat mo. My last acting job was Mater Dolorosa. It's the indie film for Cinema One. So, medyo mataba ako doon. So, siguro I'll be in shape muna. I want to be in shape before lumabas ulit. But medyo nami-miss ko na rin. Pero okay pa rin naman ako. Muli, inaanyayahan ko po kayo na panoorin ang bagong teleserye sa panghapon po ng GMA7 ng Villa Quintana. Ang soap opera na hinangaan nyo a couple of years back. At ngayon, nagbabalik po ito, bagong bihis, with Elmo Magalona and Janine Gutierrez, two young actors who come from a showbiz family. Two young actors na ang pinanggalingan ay talagang hindi mo matatawaran ng mga artista. At sana po kung paano ninyo hinangaan ang kanilang mga magulang ay ganoon din ang pagsuporta at paghanga na ibibigay niyo sa kanilang dalawa. Inaasahan po namin na nonoorin niyo at susuportahan ang Villa Quintana. Every day, Mondays to Fridays after Hit Bulaga. Maraming salamat.